Morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, June the 3rd. Pleasure to have you with us today. I've got Beth Orns with us. Good to have you, Beth.
Thanks for having me.
You are a social worker with MU Healthcare.
I am.
And today we're going to talk about postpartum depression, right?
Yes.
What causes it?
So there's a lot of theories about what causes postpartum depression. I think historically people always thought it was just hormones, and it's really way more than that. We think that there's a combination of things, poor sleep, predisposition to depression. Some of the women who have postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety already had depression or anxiety prior to their pregnancy.
And couldn't it be just the stress now of being a new mom?
Absolutely.
And all at once, you've got this new life that you're taking care of and all this other responsibility that goes with it.
Absolutely. There's a lot that goes on in that first year of life as a parent. And so really postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety can not only impact the mother, but it can impact the other caregivers as well.
Do you have an idea before the baby is born whether the mom is going to have postpartum depression or not?
So it's hard to predict, but there are some warning signs that you might want to be on high alert. So if a mom has experienced depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, any of those kinds of things prior to the pregnancy, then she may be at higher risk. If she's experienced depression or anxiety during the pregnancy, again, higher risk. Having a complicated delivery or pregnancy puts you at higher risk as well. Stresses that mom might be under, if a mom's under a high amount of stress for a variety of reasons, that also puts her at higher risk.
So what do you do?
So the main thing is just to screen. Screening is really critical in having those conversations. When we see that a mom or a dad is struggling, to have an honest conversation with them about that.
But how do you treat it then?
So fortunately, it's a treatable disease. It's the most common complication of pregnancy is postpartum depression and anxiety. Yes, far more common than gestational diabetes, which we test every single mother for. And we're moving towards testing every mother for postpartum depression as well. And but it's treatable. There are medications that are safe to take even when you're breastfeeding. There are therapy can help. And we are also providing a postpartum depression and anxiety support group through MU Healthcare. I help facilitate that on a monthly basis. So moms or dads who are struggling are welcome to come to that group. It's on the third Tuesday of every month.
Do you find that sometimes moms don't want to talk about it?
They're terrified.
Yes, I would think that they think it's a stigma.
There is a tremendous stigma and a tremendous fear that if you're honest about how you're struggling, that people are going to look down on you. They're going to think you're a bad mother.
Yeah.
They're going to think DFS is going to come take my baby. There's all these kinds of fears.
So if somebody is listening to us right now, if you're a new mom and you're struggling with this, keep in mind, there is nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
And it's more common than you realize, and there is help available.
Yes, and really, I think the thing I always like to encourage moms to think about is that if you're not going to get help for yourself, get it for your baby.
Okay.
Because babies whose moms have postpartum depression that is not treated have a higher risk of their own mental health issues as they grow up. It impairs that bonding period between the mother and the baby. And so the mom, some moms won't do it for themselves because it's all about the baby, right? But really, getting help for yourself when you're experiencing a postpartum mental health condition is getting help for your baby.
Thank you, Beth. I appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
And keep in mind, there is nothing to be ashamed of. If
Not
you're
at
going
all.
through this, give them a call or seek more information on the web, right?
Yeah.
And thank you, Beth.
No
It's a
problem.
pleasure having you here. Social
Thank you.
worker from MU Healthcare. You can go to muhealth.org for more information. And keep in mind that help is available, and you don't have to be ashamed of asking for help.